Welcome everybody to the Pathways to Ireland virtual fair. Thank you for attending the fair, and thank you to all our exhibitors, our Irish University partners who are joining the fair with us today. You will see that we have GMIT, Mary Immaculate College, Maynooth University, Munster Technological University, NUI Galway, National College of Ireland, RCSI and UCD Malaysia Campus, University College Cork, and University of Limerick joining us over in the expo today. So my name is Nerily Duffy. I'm the Digital Marketing Manager at DIFC, and I also work in admissions. And I also have Ray Halpin, our Education Recruitment Manager, joining us today. Hi, Ray.
Good morning.
So the purpose of the fair is to help you find out what studying in Ireland can do for you. DIFC offers the foundation programs and PreMasters programs to help you progress to Irish universities. And you'll be able to explore the fair. Over on the left-hand menu, you see an expo button. Click into that, and all our Irish university partners are there in their booths waiting to chat to you about your study abroad options in Ireland. We also have an agenda of live presentations from our university partners as well. So if you're watching through the Excel Events Fair platform, you can scroll down to see the sessions under the main stage and catch up on what you want to watch. Take a look, and if there are sessions you're interested in, click on the bookmark button, and that will pop up an alert for you when that session is about to start. So it's now just after 9 AM Irish time. If we take a quick look at the sessions, shortly after I finish this introduction, I'll be handing over to Ray, and he'll do an overview of DIFC and how DIFC can help you. And we'll also be then joined by two of our past students who are now excelling in their careers after graduating from DIFC and an Irish university. Then at 10:30 Irish time, we'll be joined by University College Cork, and they'll be talking about science pathways that you can progress to with them. At 11 AM, there is an engineering and technology program talk with GMIT. At 11:30 AM, there is a business pathways presentation with Maynooth University. At 12 o'clock, we will have an interesting presentation on the flexibility of studying a liberal arts degree with Mary Immaculate College. And then our final session, live session, is at 12:30, and that's on affordable Irish medicine pathways with RCSI and UCD Malaysia Campus. So there's a wide range of sessions for you to enjoy. Also be sure again to head over to the expo and browse the university booths, chat to the university staff. You know, don't be shy, ask questions. This is what we're here for. And, you know, get the most out of the fair by asking questions during the live presentations and also in the booths. Okay, so I'll hand it over to Ray.
Thanks very much, Nerily. So I'm going to share my screen with you guys and just talk about Ireland initially. If you have any questions, please feel free to put them in the chat or the Q&A at the bottom, and myself and Nerily will do our best to address these as we're going along. So let me share my screen with you now. So really, before we start looking at, you know, Ireland and programs and all that kind of boring stuff, here is just some very brief pictures of Ireland, our beautiful country. So top left you can see is Guinness, which is our national drink and is known all over the world. It's one of our biggest exports. Top right is our national day, which is St. Patrick's Day on the 17th of March each year. Obviously that's not this year, the parade, because of everything that's going on in the world currently, but we're hopeful with all the vaccine rollout now that we'll be able to get back to having big crowds together like this next year. Middle left is Kildare Village, which is very popular with tourists and students when they come to Ireland. And middle right is an absolute must-see. It's the Cliffs of Moher on the west coast of Ireland in County Clare. and it's one of our most iconic landmarks in the whole country. Bottom left is a little hidden gem. So nobody ever heard of Skellig Michael until about 7 years ago. And this is where Luke Skywalker was actually hiding in the latest round of Star Wars movies. And then bottom right is Giant's Causeway. And Giant's Causeway is known for many reasons, some mythical, but for the younger students in the audience, it's where a lot of filming for Game of Thrones happened in recent years. So it's become a huge tourist attraction in the country. So then, some simple reasons, why would you study in Ireland? And I'm not going to read out everything on the screen here, but, there's a couple of really big reasons. And one of the biggest is our connection to industry. So a lot of huge companies, global companies, choose to have either a base in Ireland or their European headquarters in Ireland. I'm talking about the likes of Google, Facebook, Pfizer, Twitter, Oracle, LinkedIn, PayPal, Hewlett-Packard, Intel, like the list is endless. So, what does this mean? This means that when you're here, you have a very good chance of getting a job after you've completed your studies. And in undergraduate degrees in Ireland, there's also study work experience during your degree program in year 3 as well. And Ireland has one of the highest employment rates for graduates once you've completed your studies. So it's one of the really strong reasons you should consider Ireland as a destination. We're the only English-speaking country in the Eurozone, and we're known as the land of saints and scholars, but at an affordable price. So studying in Ireland might be a little bit less expensive than other places like the UK, the USA, Australia, Canada. So there's really some strong reasons to consider Ireland. So then who are DIFC itself? Well, we're the largest independent foundation college in Ireland. And we have students from over 30 different nationalities study with us each year. And we deliver the undergraduate foundation program and also a pre-masters program for students who have a degree from their home country. And we do have a lot of progression options all over the world. But today it's about our Irish partners, and I'll talk about some of those in a minute. So why would you study a foundation or a pre-masters program? Maybe you need to improve your English level to get into university, or maybe it's your academic requirements. So maybe your undergraduate requirements, they don't meet the university's requirements, your high school, and DIFC offers you that opportunity to uplift those skills and get yourself into university. It's also an opportunity to adjust to food, weather, culture, environment, make friends. But a couple of the biggest differences about foundation from high school will be learning that independent thinking, that helps you to stand on your own 2 feet. So in high school, you're taught to pass an exam, but at DIFC, we will teach you the skills that will help you in university and also in life. Another big thing is the personalized support and counseling. So we're helping students to make those decisions. Where should I apply? What can my family afford? What will my academic grades, what university will they get me into? And we also have guaranteed progression aside from medicine and dentistry and nursing. So you're guaranteed a place. And I'll talk some more about statistics in a few minutes. So in terms of choosing the right university, as I just said, the placement counseling and support is absolutely vital, because there are many factors that are going to influence your decision. It doesn't just come down to academic grades. It can come down to what your family can afford, the location of the university, the facilities they have, the work experience in that city, both during your studies and also after. And like a testament to this is that 75% of our students choose to remain in Ireland after they've completed their studies. So you'll see some of our partners today, and as Nerily said, they have a number of these have their own booths, and we have a range of partners in Ireland, from universities to institutes of technology, and also some private colleges as well. And there's a real mix in terms of the programs that are available, but also the prices and the course fees that they're available at as well. So you do have a lot of choice. Then for medicine, and you will hear from RUMC later on, we do have a number of medical partners as well. And I know medicine is a very popular program for international students. So medicine, dentistry, nursing, these types of programs. And you will have the chance to speak to RUMC later on to get a little bit more information about that. So then some simple reasons why students will choose DIFC as their pathway program. You know, we do have a number of medical partners, and we have some pathway programs as well, which I'll show you in relation to particular programs like nursing, like pharmacy, like computer games. So really we can cater for a lot of different demands. We have a huge network of partners all over the world, and today we're concentrating really on our Irish partners. But 100% of students who successfully complete our foundation programs get a place in university, and over 90% get their first choice of university. And just before COVID, which we're all working our way through currently, 98% of students at DIFC got either their first or second choice of university. So by studying at DIFC, there's a very strong chance you will get to go where you want to go. And the university placement and counselling support, that's helping you with your applications, helping you to secure your offers. You know, we're really unrivaled when it comes to this part of what we deliver at DIFC. I just mentioned the different pathways that we provide, and there are a number of different pathways that we can help you with, depending on where your passion is and what you want to study in the future. And you can talk to our student support services, you can speak to our placement team, or you can speak to marketing, and we can give you all of this advice either before you apply, after you've secured your offer, or even when you've started your studies at DIFC. So then in terms of the different types of programs, so at undergraduate level, we have 4 foundation programs leading to a variety of undergraduate degrees. So we have a foundation program in health science, which leads to medicine, dentistry, and nursing, as I've already said. We have a program in science, which leads to all types of science degrees, but also pharmacy, veterinary studies, and psychology as well. Engineering and technology, which leads to all types of engineering programs, plus computer games, cybersecurity, IT, artificial intelligence. So again, a huge range. And business and management. And the business and management program will lead to a wide range of programs in that area, such as accounting, finance, economics, law, marketing, hospitality management. So really, you know, something to cater for everybody. We have 2 intakes each year. So we start in September. Actually, this year we will start on the 4th of October. And we also start in January. So if you start in October, you will finish at the end of May. And if you start in January, you will finish in July. Either way, you will go to university in September 2022. In terms of entry requirements, you will be best to speak to us directly or also through your education agent to actually have the conversation, because there are some country-specific requirements. What you can see on the screen right now are the generic requirements. So, you know, IGCSEs, A levels, AS levels, IB, SPM, WIAC, you know, all of these are acceptable. And English 5.0 IELTS or equivalent. So there are a number of different English tests that are acceptable for visa purposes, such as IELTS, such as Duolingo, which is the online test, Pearson, the PTE test, or TOEFL. These are all acceptable for us academically and also for visa purposes too. And it is a visa requirement to have this English language test for studying in Ireland. You must be 17 years of age by the start date of the program. So you can apply if you're 16, as long as you will turn 17 before the 4th of October or before the 4th of January 2022. So then the benefits of the foundation year, the easiest way to explain it to you is it's equivalent to A levels, but it's done over 9 months instead of over 2 years. So you can save time, your family can save money. And A levels is really, again, about passing exams, a little bit like high school. But at DIFC, it's about those vital learning skills. And your overall grade is actually a combination of your final exam, which is 70%, and then 30% continuous assessment of your work during the year. We keep our class sizes small, so you know, a maximum of 15 students per class, and this allows us to teach as a group, but also to give you that individual attention that you need also. And again, I keep coming back to the personalized support, guidance and counseling, which is fundamental to what we do at DIFC. For graduate students, we also have a PreMasters program. And I could give you a lot of reasons why to study a pre-master's program, but the biggest reason is at undergraduate level, once you've completed your studies, you can stay for 1 year and your visa will be extended. If you study a master's in Ireland, your visa stay is 2 years. So you get an automatic 2-year extension of your visa. And again, to look at some of those companies that I mentioned earlier, you know, there's great post-study work opportunities in Ireland. And the statistics say somewhere between 90 to 97% of graduate students actually get a job in Ireland, which is far higher than some other countries around the world. But the pre-master's program will also develop those academic skills. So research methods, data analysis, annotations, structured dissertation writing, all of these academic skills, which will make your master's much easier than if you go to it directly. In terms of the entry requirements, so the entry requirements are a bachelor's degree from your home country. And in certain countries like China, we do also accept 3-year diploma holders, although they don't have any progression options in Ireland. We would actually talk to those students about progression options elsewhere once they've finished. But in Ireland, you do need to have a bachelor's degree if you wish to progress to a master's. So in terms of applying to university, and you don't need to remember everything on this screen, I appreciate it's a little bit busy looking, but this is just to give you an idea of the step-by-step process, which DIFC help you with every step of the way, you know, in terms of the research to which type of university do I want to go to, what type of program do I want to study, what type of cost is involved, you know, what are the facilities like, or the accommodation in that city or town, helping you write your personal statement, you know, meeting universities like today, where you get a chance to speak to, you know, all of our partners that have joined the event today, making the application, securing your offer, you know, all of these things that DIFC will help you and hold your hand to make sure that you get the choice that you want. So then just to talk very briefly about the accommodation options, there are a number of different accommodation options that DIFC will offer. The first one is on campus in Griffith College in Dublin City Centre, where we're based. Pre-COVID, homestay was very popular, where you would live with an Irish family. However, for obvious reasons, that's not the most popular option at the moment for students and parents. We do have quite a close working relationship with New Mill, Aparto, which is about a 10-minute walk from campus. And a number of DIFC students will stay here this year. The advantage of that is a lot of the friends that you will make in class will probably be staying in New Mill as well. And they've also told us that they will try to have as many DIFC students on the same floor as well. So it means that your friends will be close by for walking to class, walking home, but also to create study groups and for some downtime at the weekends as well, you know, when you're not studying, because life is all about balance. There's also some privately rented accommodation if people want to do that, and we can talk through the options with students on a case-by-case basis. So in terms of student life, the pastoral care that I've spoken about extensively, but there are also a number of clubs and societies on Griffith College campus that we encourage students to join, whether your interests are sport, music, arts, drama, you know, and we do a lot of social events with our students. So sports days, Instagram competitions, and lots of different things to keep students engaged and to have that balance outside of just studying all the time. And also, you know, Ireland is a small, very safe country as well. So the chance to go and explore the country and see some of those beautiful sites that I showed you at the very beginning. So in terms of how you can apply, so you can apply online, and we do have a portal on our website, or through your education agent. And if you're applying through your education agent, they will be directing that back to the person they would work with in DIFC on the marketing side, you know, helping you to get your offer. Then we will help you once you've paid fees to, if you need a visa to travel to Ireland, we will assist you with that. Then helping you with your accommodation and everything. So, you know, please don't worry, we will help you and advise you every step of the way of the process and what's the next step in the process when we get to that stage. So some very topical questions, just to really finish off, because a lot of these will be questions for you and also for your parents. So what plans are in place for COVID-19? I have some really good news, because we've all had a pretty terrible 15 or 16 months, but the end is definitely in sight, and the vaccine rollout has been accelerated quite quickly in Ireland. By the end of June, we will hope to have over 80% of the adult population having received at least their first dose of the vaccine. And I actually registered for mine this morning, hence the big smile on my face. So literally things are improving, and even in the news in the last 48 hours, they talk about opening up travel, to non-EU people coming into Europe for non-essential travel. So there's a lot of good things happening. Obviously, it's an evolving situation, and we will keep people posted to the newest updates, but it's looking very, very positive for getting back to face-to-face study this autumn. Which brings me to the next question: will classes be face-to-face or online? So for the last over 1 year, everybody has been giving online classes. There's been no option for face-to-face study, but that's changing. To what extent, I can't answer you right now, because we don't know what social distancing measures or restrictions will still be in place, in September, October, later this year. But it's our intention to deliver as much face-to-face content at DIFC as we're allowed to do so. Is Dublin a safe place to study? Absolutely. Ireland is known as one of the friendliest, warmest countries in the world, and 3 of the top 4 friendliest cities are actually in Ireland, in the entire world, which are Dublin, Cork, and Galway, with Galway being number 1. We're also a neutral country as well, so it means that safety for students is of paramount importance to us, and you will get a warm welcome, as we say in Ireland, Céad Míle Fáilte, which means 100,000 welcomes. Is my university place guaranteed? Yes, through our relationship with NCUK, we can guarantee a place at university. Aside from medicine, there are no guarantees with medicine, but we will talk to you on a case-by-case basis about where you want to study, what you want to study, and who you want to study that with. In terms of university placement and application support, I've already spoken about this quite a bit. It's a huge part of what we do at DIFC. And applying for a visa, will DIFC help? We know you have not probably applied for a visa in your life before, especially if you're quite young, and probably haven't come to Ireland before. So absolutely, we will help you. If you're applying directly, our digital marketing manager, Nerily, will assist you every step of the way. And if you're applying through an agent, then the agent will help you with DIFC support as well. So you can follow us on Facebook, on Twitter, on Instagram, and on LinkedIn. And there's my contact details as well, which is my email address, my WeChat, and also my WhatsApp. I'd like to say thanks very much for listening to me. I hope it hasn't been too boring, and I'm going to pass you back to Nerily now to see if there's any further questions.